Well, it's a funny thing you said. I think about when I was in Huntington. I was working at the VA hospital at night and going to school in the daytime. Uh, and I was getting my master's. And I got my master's in May. And I was working at the VA. And some openings came. There were 12 openings for nurse's assistant, GS4. I was a GS3. 12 openings now. And I applied for one of them. Well, I got my master's in May, and they made the selection after I graduated. I was not selected. Now, I had more experience than most of the guys there. Some of the fellows hadn't even finished high school. Um, Yet I was not selected to be a GS4. I just could not believe it. And what made it so bad, I had more nurse and assistant experience, and lots of them. I came through the VA hospital in Martinburg, and I learned a whole lot of other stuff that they didn't know down there. So I filed a complaint. At that time, it wasn't no EEOC. It was called the President Commission on Equal Opportunity, something like that.
Right.
I filed my complaint with them, and sure enough, they came back and said that, yes, I was discriminated against. No way in the world I should not got a GS4. And they threatened to take action against the chief nurse. But it just so happened at that time I got another job working for Xerox, or Basic System Job Corps there. I went ahead and left. But it just go to prove that no matter how much education you got, I had 3 degrees. I had 2 BAs, two bachelors, and a master's. And yet I couldn't qualify for a GS4. And yet they had some of these white fellows there, never even finished high school, had less experience than I had, and they got when I'm getting a GS4.
Right.
And I've seen this happen so many times in the government.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it happen over and over again. Like you said, despite whatever your education level might be, they would always minimize that, you had it, or acknowledge that you could perform. And, as I said, I had graduated from West Virginia State College, and I had my degree. And that's how I was evaluated, on the basis of my going to a black college. So yes, it did happen.
Well, after I left Huntington, the VA, I went to Job Corps, Huntington Girls Center. It was just opening up. I went there as a recreation specialist, and I never get my salary was about $7,000. And here I had 3 degrees. There were three recreation specialists and recreation director there. I was there about a year, and it just so happened you don't discuss your pay. Now, this was run by Xerox, was in charge of the company, but they had a subsidiary called Basic System. Well, I knew I was the lead recreation director, 'cause I did most of the work and really got new programs started and everything, pretty well I thought by the kids. Well, it's just so happened that at the end of the year, time for pay raise, I was making $7,000 I was making. And it came to my attention that one of the girls that just had a bachelor, just finished high school not too long, just finished college not too long before she came there, they hired her at $8,000. And here I was making $7,000. Yet you're not supposed to talk about salaries. When I found out about it, I hit the ceiling. I went in to talk to the personnel officer to complain about my salary. And he wanted to know how I found out about her salary. He was more concerned about how I found out about it than trying to make adjustment. Then he said he could not make the adjustment because if he started adjusting mine, he had to do the rest of them. So I quit right there on the spot. Here I was, had a wife and 7 kids, a house, and didn't know what the heck I want to do. I quit right on the spot. And it just so happened that Phil Carter told me about a job up in White Sulphur Springs, the Job Corps there. I went up there, and that Monday morning I started to work up there. But the mere fact of it is, no matter how much education you got, how much experience you got, it really didn't matter then.